Hey everybody, hope y'all are doing all right. So I just wanted to talk a little bit more about some of the intricacies of this idea that I feel, I've taken the Most High message from the 13th Son and I use my own imagination to develop ideas to implement, the notions and the patterns and the information that I've received from the 13th Son into a realistic way we can implement them into this world and integrate those type of ways, into reality and thus changing it. So with that being said, my idea of an organic restaurant, is just one aspect to a much greater, to a whole, everything, But you got to start with where you're at. So the restaurant is a goal that we can work towards that can help to provide, jobs and food and also, revenue, resources, just currency to help expand things. But before we get there, we have to, of course, develop the food and, the honor system to make sure that we have a way of working that is conducive and good for everybody. So that's very important. And, I think I don't know how quickly things are going to move. It feels like it's going to move quickly because this is really something that's needed for all of creation. So once that one seed starts to flourish a little bit and be the example of a new growth, I think many other seeds will, kind of do a similar thing and start to grow too. That's what I'm hoping. So initially, the growing, the farming, the building of the vertical farm growing systems and, developing Tesla coils or some sort of essentially free energy. Now the free energy thing, isn't as vital as things like food and shelter and clothing and medicine in these sick times are, but it's something that we can look forward to and work on when we have the time to do so. So again, the first part of this project would be to have an area of land allowed to us to begin working on an honor system and growing and taking care of the land. First, you got to take care of the land and make sure it's ready for things to grow. And I'm not an expert in growing or anything like that, but I've learned a little bit. But there's a process to it, so we got to do the process the right way and get the crops and things growing, or develop vertical farm growing systems if those type of resources are available to us and it looks like it's a good tangible idea. We can do that too, but the first step is getting this infrastructure back on a good schedule, meaning getting food and crops. And another thing with the hemp thing is you can get food, you can get clothing, you can get just medicinal things. There's just so many different things that can be made from the hemp, from the one hemp plant. It makes it super efficient and it grows quickly. I mean, it's designed specifically, for everything, which is why I've always called it the miracle plant. So once we get the hemp going, we're going to be able to counter the supply chain problem, which will thus help to take away a lot of the negative energy that is being caused up by the supply chain problem, which is, in my opinion, being administered by, people who are in the New World Order and trying to create chaos, and I think the corporations are in league with them. I think the medical system's in league with them. I think everything that feels fake and artificial and just is about money is in league with them for the most part, to a greater or lesser degree depending on their own intent and individuality. But essentially, if you have a contract with the beast, you're working for the beast, so the beast is going to have sway over the things that you can do and say even. So again, this is why I think grassroots, non-profit, real organizations that are developed out of honor and trust of one human being to another, getting back to tribalisms, to where we all have our own kind of way of doing things that seems to work and somebody else does, and we learn to coexist organically, harmoniously. I think I'm gonna have to go. But again, I just wanted to make this video to let you guys know that, growing the foods, the crops, the hemp in particular is absolutely paramount in the times that we're in right now, and to create an infrastructure to counter the supply chain, to provide the medicine and to give people work and to help take care of the soil and the human body, and also just to give us the nutrients we really need to fucking be as strong as we can be. And again, hemp does not get you high. It's very much like tea. It's not like marijuana. It's a different plant altogether. So for anybody with any misconceptions, it does not get you high. All right, I love you guys. Have a good day. Bye.